Welcome to Fright Club. The first rule of Fright Club is you do talk about Fright Club, based on true events. The caretaker. I needed the money. That's what I keep telling myself. That's why I stayed. I should have run on the first night. My name is Jamie. Last month, I took a job house sitting for Dr. Winters, watching her huge old house in the middle of nowhere, while she went to Japan for 10 days. The pay was too good to pass up, enough to cover next month's rent and then some. Just water the plants and feed Hemingway, she said, handing me the keys. Hemingway was her cat, a big orange Maine Coon with knowing eyes. The house makes noises, she warned. It's over 100 years old. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Right. The first day was fine. The house was beautiful. 3 floors of dark wood, tall windows, and fancy old furniture. No neighbors for miles. Just trees and empty fields. Complete quiet. I picked the guest room on the 2nd floor. Dr. Fry. Winters had told me not to go into the master bedroom on the 3rd floor. I keep private research up there, she said. Fine by me. That first night, I slept better than I had in months. No traffic noise, no neighbors shouting through thin walls, just perfect silence. Then came the 2nd day. I left my laptop open on the kitchen table while I made a sandwich. When I came back, it was closed. I hadn't closed it. I looked at Hemingway, who sat watching me from the counter. "Was that you?" I asked. The cat just blinked slowly. That night, I heard footsteps. Not the house settling. Actual footsteps walking across the floor above me, in the master bedroom. Then they stopped suddenly. I turned the TV up louder. On the 3rd day, I came into the kitchen to find every cabinet door standing open. Every single one. Hemingway sat in the middle of the floor, staring up at them. His back was slightly arched, his tail puffed up. "This isn't funny," I said out loud to the empty house. No one answered. Later that day, I noticed the chair in my bedroom had moved. It was now facing the bed instead of the window. I was sure I hadn't moved it. I took a picture with my phone, just in case I was losing my mind. That night, the footsteps came back. They crossed the master bedroom, then moved into the hallway toward the stairs. They stopped at the top of the stairs. I sat frozen on the couch, hardly breathing. "Hello?" I finally called out. Silence answered me. After what felt like forever, I got up and checked. The hallway was empty. All doors closed. Hemingway wouldn't come upstairs with me. He sat at the bottom of the steps watching. By day 4, weird things were happening constantly. The shower turned on by itself. My clothes were folded when I came back to my room. Books appeared on the coffee table that I hadn't touched. I constantly felt like someone was watching me. I texted my friend, "I think this house is haunted." She thought I was joking. I wasn't laughing that night when I woke up at exactly 3:14 a.m. Hemingway stood at the foot of my bed, his back arched, making a terrible hissing sound at my bedroom door. The door was open. I had closed it before going to sleep. Something stood in the doorway, not quite solid, like the air itself was bending into a human shape. I couldn't make out features, just a dark outline where nobody should be. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. Hemingway's hissing grew louder. The shape didn't come in. After a few seconds, it backed away, sliding down the hall toward the stairs. I didn't sleep again that night. In the morning, I found a note on the kitchen counter. I didn't write it. The handwriting was old-fashioned, with weird curls and loops. "Not your house." I called Dr. Winters. No answer. I left a message trying to sound calm. I thought about leaving. Should have left. But I needed the money, and I had nowhere else to go. I'd let someone else stay in my apartment while I was supposed to be here, so I stayed. Big mistake. That day, things got worse. Every time I left a room and came back, something had changed. Chairs moved, pictures tilted. At one point, I found all my stuff from the guest room piled neatly by the front door, like someone was telling me to leave. I put everything back. "I'm not leaving," I said out loud. "I have a job to do." When I said that, every light in the house flickered at once. That night, I got a text from Dr. Winters. "House problems are normal. Margaret gets territorial with new people. Just tell her you're a friend of mine and there temporarily. She'll settle down." Margaret? Who was Margaret? I tried to text back, but suddenly my phone had no signal. The Wi-Fi was down too. That night, I pushed the heavy dresser in front of my bedroom door, kept all the lights on. Hemingway wouldn't come in the room. He sat outside the door, staring at it. I must have fallen asleep, because I woke up to the sound of the dresser moving across the floor. By itself, no one was pushing it. It was just sliding slowly across the wooden floor. The room was freezing. I could see my breath. The dresser kept moving, and the door behind it started to open. I heard Hemingway howl from somewhere in the house, a sound of pure fear. Through the opening door, I saw something impossible. Instead of the hallway that should have been there, I saw a different room. An old bedroom with a 4-poster bed and wallpaper I'd never seen before. A woman stood there watching me. She wore a long black dress like from 100 years ago. Her hair was pulled back tight, and her face was all sharp angles, like someone who hadn't eaten in too long. I could see through parts of her, like she was made of smoke. Her mouth moved. No sound came out, but I could read her lips. My house. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight, pointing it at the door. The light showed just the normal hallway. No old bedroom, no woman. The dresser was still in place. Had I dreamed it? But the room was still freezing. And then I heard scratching at the door, not like a cat scratching, higher up at human height. As I watched, scratches appeared in the wood, carving words into the door from the outside. "Get out now." I didn't wait. I grabbed my phone and wallet, forced open the window, and climbed onto the porch roof. I jumped down, hitting the ground hard, but not breaking anything. I ran to my car, started it, and drove away as fast as I could. In my mirror, I saw the house with every light blazing. And in the top window, the master bedroom, someone stood watching me leave. I checked into a motel and called Dr. Winters again. This time, she answered. "You left the house," she said immediately, like she already knew. "There's someone there," I said. "Something called Margaret." It carved words into the door. I had to leave. "Margaret was the original owner," Dr. Winters said, too calmly. "She doesn't like visitors. I should have told you more." "Told me what? That your house is haunted?" "She's protective of the house. And of me, since I've learned to respect her rules. She wouldn't have hurt you. Scared you, yes, but not hurt you." "I'm not going back," I said. "No, I suppose not." She sounded disappointed. "I'll have to find someone else who can adapt better. Just mail back the key." "What about Hemingway? Is he okay with her?" There was a long pause. "Hemingway. I don't have a cat." My skin went cold. "The orange cat, the Maine Coon. You left instructions to feed him." "I've never had a cat," Dr. Winters said slowly. "I'm allergic." "But he was there. I fed him. He warned me about... Was he orange with white on his chest and paws?" Her voice changed. "Yes. When I first moved in, I found a cat like that in the garden, dead. It had been there a long time. I buried it behind the roses." She paused. "Margaret had a cat, according to the house records. She loved it very much." I hung up. I mailed the keys the next day, lost the house-sitting money, had to borrow from friends for rent. Worth it. A week later, I got a small package in the mail. No return address. The handwriting on the label was the same as the note from the kitchen. Inside was a small wooden box. And in the box, on a piece of old cloth, was a single orange cat hair. Under it was a note written in faded, shaky handwriting. "He misses you. You could come back. We both get lonely." I burned the box, moved to a new apartment, changed my phone number. But sometimes, late at night when I'm almost asleep, I hear the soft sound of paws walking across my floor. I feel a gentle weight land on the foot of my bed. And sometimes, out of the corner of my eye, I see a flash of orange fur. A big cat watching me. Hemingway followed me home. I just hope he came alone.